So do you also use IndiaMART for your own business? Then this video is definitely for you. So hello all, welcome back to Pabbly Connect, and in this video we are going to understand how to add IndiaMART leads and inquiries to Google Sheets for art, craft and drawing classes. So over here I'm running art, craft and drawing classes, and we also use IndiaMART to get more leads for our business. So now what I want is that as soon as we receive a new lead from IndiaMART, I want to add the lead details into my Google Sheets so that my sales team can follow up quickly and efficiently. So to do this, we are simply going to create a connection between IndiaMART and Google Sheets, and we are going to create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language using an amazing automation software which is Pabbly Connect. So if you also want to create this amazing automation for your own business, then for that you have to come with me towards my screen.
Welcome to my screen. In this video, I'll show you how to automatically add new leads or inquiries from IndiaMART into Google Sheets. It is perfect for small businesses like art, craft and drawing classes. So as the owner of a creative education business, I use this setup to instantly capture the student inquiries right over here, including their name, contact details, interest in one organized spreadsheet. This makes it easy to follow up, track responses and stay on the top of your growing list of potential students. So without any manual entry, let's set this up step by step. So to do this, I'm just going to open a new tab and I'm just going to look for the landing page of Pabbly Connect simply by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. And now this over here is the landing page of Pabbly Connect, and this is the amazing automation software using which we are going to create this connection between IndiaMART and Google Sheets. But before moving on forward, I'll show you something really helpful. This is Pabbly community where automation users, business owners and marketers connect. You can ask questions, share workflows and get instant replies and helpful feedback from others who have faced these similar challenges. It's an active, supportive space to learn and grow together. The link to join is in the description box below. Make sure to check it out. Let's move on further in creating the automation. So for that, I'm just going to open the landing page of Pabbly Connect, and over here we're just going to get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you are a new user, you can click on this sign up for free and you're going to get 100 of tasks free every month to explore the application. But over here, I'm an existing user, so I'm simply going to click on this button which says sign in. And once I'm just going to click on this sign in, it is opening all Pabbly apps, and over here you're going to see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video, we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications. So I'm simply going to click on this access now right over here to access my Pabbly Connects account. And once I'm just going to click on this access now right over here, it is going to open the dashboard of my Pabbly Connects account. And to get started, I'm simply going to click on this button which says create workflow. And now it is asking me for the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So over here on my dashboard, you can see multiple folders which I have already created in which I save my workflows. So if you also want to create a new folder, you can go towards this create new folder button and create your own. I've already created many, so I'm just going to save my workflow in one of these only, which is automations. And now I'm just going to name my workflow as this, which says add IndiaMART leads and inquiries to Google Sheets for art, craft and drawing classes. And then I'm just going to simply click on this button which says create, and once I'm just going to click on this create, it is going to open the most important window of our automation, which is our workflow window. So this is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger and actions are the two main principles on which our workflow is going to run. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So by this you can understand that the actions are response towards the commands given by our trigger, and that's the particular reason that we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of our trigger in a particular workflow. And to get started, I'm simply going to select my trigger application as IndiaMART, because what I want is whenever we receive a new lead from IndiaMART, automatically my workflow should get triggered. And now for the trigger event, I'm just going to simply select it as new leads right over here. And now it is giving me a webhook URL, so we're just going to use this webhook URL in order to create a connection between my IndiaMART account and my Pabbly Connects workflow. So I'm just going to simply copy this webhook URL and then open my IndiaMART account. And after opening this, what we have to do is we have to go towards this left side of the bar towards this lead manager. And now we have to go towards this three dots which says menu. Then we have to go towards this import export lead, and then towards this push API. And now after coming over here, it is asking me to select the source and the CRM platform name. So as you can see in the help text, it has clearly mentioned that choose other in the select source option, and then enter Pabbly Connect in the CRM platform name. So I'm just going to do the same. I'm just going to select the source as other right over here. And now for the CRM platform name, I'm just going to keep it as Pabbly Connect. Now for the webhook listener URL, I'm simply going to paste the URL which we copied from my workflow and click on this save details. And now IndiaMART is asking me for the reason. Why do I wish to shift my IndiaMART leads to any another application? So I'm simply going to select my reason right over here and click on this click to generate OTP button. And now it is saying that it has successfully sent me a OTP. Alright, so I'm just going to enter my OTP right over here which I have received. And now you can see that we have successfully entered the OTP. So I'm simply going to click on this button which says submit. And once I'm just going to click on this submit, yes, you can see that with this we have successfully added the webhook listener URL right over here. And this means that we have successfully created the connection between IndiaMART and our Pabbly Connect's workflow. And now it is saying waiting for a webhook response, and in the notes it is saying do a test submission / record. So in order to capture this webhook response, we have to do a test submission or record. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to open my IndiaMART right from here, and as you can see the button of test your webhook listener URL. So I'm simply going to click on this button which says test your webhook listener URL in order to capture this test response. And now I'm just going to click on this button which says test, and once I'm just going to click on this test, it is saying success webhook test returned. So yes, now I'm just going to open my workflow, and over you're going to see that Pabbly has successfully captured a response right over here. You're going to see that it has captured the subject required for testing by IndiaMART. I'm just going to move on further. You can see it has captured the state, pin code, phone number, name, and all the details. Also, you're going to see that it has captured the address, product name, and the query message. But you must be wondering that this query message, product name is not matching the business I run. So yes, I'm using a test IndiaMART account, so I receive the default details or the test details. But if you're using a live IndiaMART account, you're going to receive the details related to your own business type only, so don't need to worry. So yes, you can see that after receiving this response, with this we have successfully completed our test submission and our trigger step 2. So yes, now with this we have successfully set this up. Whenever a new lead is going to come right over here in my IndiaMART, automatically the details will be captured by Pabbly Connect. And now what I want is I want to add all the lead details right over here into my Google Sheets so that my sales team can follow up quickly and efficiently. So to do this, I'm just going to select my action application as Google Sheets. So I'm just going to search for Google Sheets right over here and select it. And now for the action event, I'm just going to select add new row and click on this connect. Now it is saying add a new connection or select an existing connection. So if you have already connected your Google Sheets account with your Pabbly Connect's workflow, you can simply click on this button which says select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection, and now we have to click on this blue button which says sign in with Google. And once you're going to click on this button, Pabbly is asking you to select your Gmail account. So I'm simply going to select my Gmail account, with the help of which I'm just going to connect my Google Sheets. And after selecting my Gmail account, Pabbly is asking me for some permissions. So I'm simply going to click on this allow and give Pabbly all the permissions it is asking for, because my data is secure with Pabbly. And with this, we have successfully connected our Google Sheets account with our Pabbly Connect's workflow. And now it's asking me to select the spreadsheet. So I'm simply going to select my spreadsheet right over here, which is new leads and inquiries. And now I'm just going to move on forward and select the sheet right over here, which is sheet 1. And now it's asking me for the name, phone, address, and query message. So one by one, I'm just going to enter all of these details, but we are not going to enter the details manually or by copy pasting it, but instead I'm just going to map it. So you must be wondering what is mapping. So mapping is a method by Pabbly, which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step, where we selected IndiaMART as our trigger application. So we are simply going to map the details from the response of our trigger application only. And as soon as we are just going to map these details, automatically my details will turn dynamic and change with every new response received. So I'm simply going to map all of these details right over here one by one. Alright, so I'm just going to start with the name. So I'm just going to look for the name in the response, and as you can see that this is the sender's name, so I'm simply going to map it, which is IndiaMART. So for me it is IndiaMART because I'm using a test response, or you can say a test IndiaMART account. But if you have a real IndiaMART account and you have really using IndiaMART for your own business, you're going to receive the live details of your leads, so no need to worry. Now I'm just going to add the phone number right over here. I'm just going to map the phone number, which is the sender's phone. Now I'm just going to move in further. I'm just going to map the sender's address right over here. Then I'm just going to move in further and map the query message. So I'm just going to look for the query message right over here, and I'm just going to map the query message. And after mapping all of these details, I'm simply going to click on this button which says save and send test request. And once I'm just going to click on this save and send test request, yes, you can see that we have received a positive response that we have successfully added these details into my Google Sheets. So I'm just going to open my Google Sheets, and as you can see that we have successfully added the details right over here. So with this, we have successfully completed our workflow, and now what is going to happen is that whenever we're going to receive a new lead from IndiaMART, automatically the details of that lead will be added right over here into my Google Sheets. We don't have to come back and again to our workflow to click on save and send us request. All of this is going to happen in backend, and we can just sit back and relax. So yes, now go try this amazing automation for your own business too, because right now we are offering a free trial of Pabbly Connect. And while trying, if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. See you in the next video with many more automation tips, everyone. Thank you for watching.
So not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can connect many more applications. So now if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this URL. And now go try this amazing automation for your own business too, because right now we are offering a free trial of Pabbly Connect.